host Jazz. Thank you so much for tuning in. Isaac Josh, we are back live streaming. Please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh is on, I don't know whether I'm supposed to call that a smoothie. It's
No, no,
just
no, no. Juice,
juice.
juice, juice. Just some
It
passion
looks
fruit
like
juice.
it looks like Josh is enjoying himself. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh, Isaac, we are in the building. And of course, as always, we are here to speak football. We are here to talk football. We are here to talk Manchester United, the biggest club in the world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Undisputed.
yeah. 100%.
Undisputed. You can say whatever you want to say. It's still Man
100%.
United. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notification. Of course, we're into the transfer window. And Josh, it doesn't really look good. It doesn't look nice. I would say approximately 30 minutes ago, David Einstein came out and said Brentford have rejected Man United's bid that was worth 55 million pounds plus 7.5 in add-ons for Umbuemo. Now, that doesn't really look good. It's not nice at all for Man United because we were excited. News yesterday was saying that the medical is due next week. I was excited as well. We
You see,
broke the news during the stream yesterday.
Alex
Uh,
Crook brought you that information, bro.
yeah, no, Ben Jacobs too was also. It was two people,
Nah, but Ben
Crook and
Jacobs,
Ben
Alex
Jacobs.
Crook, they're not A-list breakers of news.
Now Ben Jacobs is legit, by the way. He's a very nice
He's
guy.
legit, but he's not an A-list breaker of news.
He's a very nice guy, and I do believe what he says in most of the times, by all cases. But anyway, I don't know what happened yesterday. They said we were the medical
The
was
medical
scheduled
was
for next week,
was
but today
yeah.
David Einstein, and he's very very credible. Einstein, you have Fabrizio. I mean, when they say it's a no, it's a no. If it's a yes, it's a yes. So it kind of sounds like a blow, but again, in the same line of sentence, David has said talks continue, negotiations are still continuing. It looks like Brentford want close to 70 million pounds, Josh. Now I know
And they
United. I know we are desperate for Umbuemo, but again, I don't think United is really going to be allowed to be cornered, much as we are desperate to sign Umbuemo.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm not really worried. I mean, it's a shocker, the news that has just come out that the second bid that United tabled for Brani Mbeumo has been rejected. But I do believe it's just
Yeah.
the manner in which United wants to pay and the manner in which Brentford wants to receive that is stalling this deal. But
Mm.
this deal is already it's already in the works. I think it's going to actually. Brani Mbeumo will eventually be a United player. I don't see any a major hindrance that is going to be around if Brani Mbeumo
What
was
does it
not
have to take?
uh, you see, United is short on cash, so the manner in which we are doing these transactions is a bit different. There's so many things that we are going to do differently to make sure that at least we do what we reap from this whole situation, and we don't want to sell ourselves short, and we don't want to overpay as it has been the case with Man United over the years. We've always been overpaying for players, but at this particular time we don't seem to be willing to overpay for players, even when a player like Brani Mbeumo could actually go for 65 million pounds given the season that he had. I mean, United wants to get
Mm.
its way, and remember, we no longer have a lot of cash to throw around, so we're not even paying the money in one lump sum. We have to negotiate the manner in which the money is to be paid, and that has to be agreed. So I know that Man United's bid, which was rejected, the way it looks, I think it is okay for it to have been rejected because 55 million pounds with 7.5 in add-ons, when you calculate that amount, it equates to 62.5 around there, which we paid
Mm.
for Matthias Cunha. And Brentford
Escunia.
has been yeah, Brentford has been clear from the start that they want
It had
something above
close or
what
more.
United paid. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
slightly more than what they paid for Matthias Cunha, because if you actually paid for Matthias Cunha 62.5 million, he scored 15 goals. Mbuemo scored 20 goals in the Premier League. So I mean, maybe you have to pay more, and I think it's just
Yeah, and
a matter of time. But he will be a United player.
Einstein Einstein went on to say admiration for Mbeumo at Spurs has increased after Thomas Frank joined, but the player notified both Brentford and the manager then, Frank, that should he depart, it will only be Man United. So that at least gives us a bit of relief, knowing that he's still committed and looking forward to joining Man United. I don't know what it's going to take for Brentford to really get into the
I think
game,
I
allow
think
this
it will
transfer
take
to happen.
65 million. I think it will take 65 million and
I
5
think
million in
70.
add-ons. 5 million in add-ons.
Really?
Yeah, that's the 70. 65, then
Okay,
they'll go
yeah,
for 5 million in add-ons.
yeah, because I don't see. Trust me, I do not see Brentford backing down. You remember the amount of money they sold? Who's this other guy? The English guy in Saudi?
Ivan
Ivan
Tony.
something. Ivan Tony. Ivan Tony.
Yeah.
They sold him for over 60 something, if I'm not mistaken, 50, 60
No,
something.
40. 40.
He went for 40.
Their biggest sale was
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I
Ivan
remember
Tony
he
for
went for
40.
40 because he was from that scandal when he came back and they were trying to, get whatever they can get because before that, there was rumors of him joining Arsenal, United, and a few other teams. But after that scandal, uh, I think his value dipped. Well, once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. It's still Man United, Josh. A lot is happening. A lot has been happening behind the scenes. I know Omar Berad is cooking. Christopher Vivek is cooking. I don't know what to make of the whole situation, but it seems like we are struggling and we are fighting to sign Brian Mbeumo, Josh, and something that doesn't really look nice. But getting into that, Josh, let's get into the possible Manchester United sales. We have players like Anthony. We have players like Sancho. We have players like which other players, Josh, are up for sale? We have Marcus Rashford, Tyrell Malacia. Oh my God, what happened to him? It is so bad that we even forgot about him. We don't even speak about him anymore.
We
It's like he
actually
already
know
left the
about
club.
him, but there's not been a lot of movement from that side.
But that's why I'm saying it's really sad, Josh, because we are seeing players. Yes, Ganacho, there's been a bit of movement, but I mean, other players, it's easy to remember them. I'd forgotten about Tyrell Malacia. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah,
But
you
yeah,
see, the thing.
we're looking at possible United sales. I mean, amidst everything that is happening, Josh, we need to sell. Man United needs to sell. They need to make sales to get on with FFP, then the PSR and everything. And some of the players that are likely to leave, we have Ganacho, we have Rashford, we have Sancho. I'm going to talk about those players that are likely to leave that keep on coming up and popping up in the news, Josh. I mean, what do you think? Who are your possible sales for United? Because to make great business in this transfer market, we need to sell some players. And
Yeah,
for
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. We do need to sell a few players, and there's so many players that should actually leave Manchester United this season, this summer, because for me, I believe that, like Mourinho once said, that if you want to bring in new furniture, you have to get rid of the old furniture, and there's a lot of old furniture that is unwanted at Manchester United, and for the manager needs to be very honest and. Omar Berada and Jason Wilcox have to do everything in their power to see to it that we don't get into the season with the players that Deadwood. If we can manage to offload them, please let us offload them, because then we are going to have a bloated squad and a few unwanted players at the club who will have remained. And we've often seen that United is a place with players that are a bit indisciplined. So if you have one of those bad apples in the dressing room, then you might have a very bad season again. And we can't afford to have a bad season. Ruben Amorim cannot afford to have a bad season. We need to let go of players like We need to let go of the first player that we need to let go of is Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho, Jadon Sancho, and Anthony. Those are
Anthony.
the easy, yeah, those are the easy players to let go. But I think I should add Andre Onana among those players. And if we can get suitors for Terrell Malacia, he can also be moved on. Yeah. Most importantly, the thing with the players that we must get rid of is Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho, because they are homegrown players. They are
Yeah,
homegrown players.
pure profit. Mm.
Yeah, it's pure profit. Our books will look much better. United will be
Yeah,
able to spend much more money than the money we actually have, because the money we would have gotten from the sales of Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho will have been a pure profit. If we even just got 90 million for them, we can spend 200 million this summer when we just got 90 million for them. But it seems like it's going to take some time. It's not going to happen very fast for us, especially because of the behavior of the players. I mean, Marcus Rashford is out there vending himself to YouTubers, and Alejandro Garnacho is doing the most to show the world that he's living a lavish life. I mean, he can take that picture he took in front of a Ferrari, a Lambo, and all these things. I mean, he's
Lambo.
larger than
Yeah, I saw
life.
that. I saw that.
Yeah. So I
Crazy,
mean,
crazy.
yeah, his stock might actually diminish, which is a thing that United does not want. We actually need for a club to come and give us some money for Garnacho. So the biggest problem that we do have, Marcus Rashford wants to go to Barcelona. Barcelona is not willing to pay the money that Marcus Rashford wants in his wages. He says that he
Yep.
can. He says that he can decrease his wages, but the thing is, even if he decreased his wages, they are not willing to pay. They're not willing to pay cash for him. So I mean, it becomes a very
Well,
difficult player to let go. Then there is Alejandro Garnacho. I don't think
I don't know why Ganacho.
there's
I don't know why Ganacho is really drailing, because with Sancho, I understand United is keen to offload the winger. They already accepted a 21 million bid from pounds, by the way, from Juventus. And I also understand both Napoli and Fenerbahce under Jose Mourinho. I'm talking about Fenerbahce, are still also interested in signing Jadon Sancho, but the wages, are the sticking point. That 250,000 per week is something, or is turning out to be a stumbling block, Josh. And no one is going to give him that amount of money. I don't know why he doesn't
yeah,
get
and
that in his head.
I actually believe Jadon Sancho does not want to go to any other club. He wants to run down his contract
What you believe?
at Manchester
Run
United,
down his,
probably go out
but
on
that,
loan. So he's a player who lacks ambition. He has lost all aspiration to be a footballer. He's not one of those players who is looking at playing at the World Cup. I mean, you can think that Marcus Rashford is pushing for a move away from United so he can get regular time, so he's included in the World Cup squad for England. But
I
Jadon
also
Sancho
don't see
doesn't
that.
look like other player who is interested in
No.
playing for the national team anymore. He's a player who is interested at getting securing the best bag and playing and behaving in the most convenient way for Jadon Sancho, not for even his employer. So I mean, I think he wants to get a huge sign-on fee eventually when his contract runs out, so he can choose the club he goes to, gets a sign-on fee, even if he does not get the wages. Because I mean, Juventus, I think, is ready to pay 25 million for him, but they are not willing to pay that amount of money. I think Napoli was
Yep,
willing to
that is
pay
correct. Euros.
150K. Yeah, I think they were willing to pay 150K, but he wants much more, and no one is going to give him a 300K, not with the player that
And
he is.
and Fenerbahce was willing to pay 165, but he still turned it down.
Chelsea was willing to pay
It's a bit wild.
185
It's a
and he
bit wild.
refused to sign.
And he refused. Josh, the same goes for Rashford. You've talked about him. He's subject to transfer speculation, with United reportedly also offering himself for Barcelona for 40 million pounds. But it looks like the Spanish club is unlikely to pursue the deal, but would rather prefer a loan move. Now, that is something that I do not agree with, because we need to clear these players out. We need to let them go. They need to go off the books. Maybe I'm looking into also Alejandro Garnacho, Anthony. I mean, all these players are among those that are expected to be sold as part of United's squad overhaul. But with Garnacho, it looks more likely that he's going to leave. It's just a matter of time. But who's going to pay us the amount of money that we want? Because United wants between 55 to 70 million pounds, Josh, not euros, pounds. Now,
we
I do
can't get
not
that.
understand. I do not see any club that is going to give us that amount of money, unless it's Chelsea. If it's Chelsea, voila, I know they can cough that
But
amount
they're
of money.
getting better players.
But
They're
the other
bidding for
side, I don't see that,
Gittens.
Josh.
They're
And by the
bidding for
Garnacho is a good
Gittens.
boy. He's a good bowler. He can improve.
No,
He's
but they're
just
getting
silly.
better. They're getting better players. Gittens is a better player than Garnacho. I mean, he's more level-headed and he's he has a higher ceiling than Garnacho. I mean, if you do
You,
get Gittens, I don't
you
know why
said
you
that
want
yesterday, but
Garnacho.
I also said Garnacho can improve and can become a better player, Josh. That's what I said. He's actually a
Imagine
good player, but it's just because he's still kiddish. He has to change, as you said yesterday. He has to fast fire his brother, who's also his agent. That's the only way he's going to, succeed and go places. But with
they're
him
too
keeping his
silly.
brother as his agent,
They're too silly. They're too silly bulls in the kraal. I don't think they're going to be able. Even when he fires his brother, I don't think that Garnacho's football is going to go beyond what it is.
and you also have, by the way, you also have Anthony, who has improved, or rather, who really performed so well in Spain. La Liga, Real Betis. He did so well. The fans were singing and calling out the president to sign him. At one point, he came out and said, "Look, it's a bit hard to sign Dos Santos from." Those of you that don't know, Anthony is Dos Santos. It's a bit hard to sign Anthony from Man United because it was just a clean, dry, raw loan spell for him. But I understand they're back on the table. They are ready to negotiate with Manchester United. Fees around 30 to 35 million pounds for him. I mean, I would rather have someone pay for him. Excuse me, 40 million. But if they're bringing 30 or 35, Josh, I mean,
Yeah, 35 is
acknowledge
good.
him this
35
season.
is
Let him
good.
go. Let him bounce. With
35.
for Tyrell Malasia, I'm not so sure. I don't know whether I think he's coming back, Josh. I don't know whether he will be.
There's no
Everyone's going to be
space for
interested,
him.
maybe
There's
any
no
club
space
from
for him.
Championship, but there's no
You
space.
have
There's
to
no
be let
space.
go. There's no
Then
space for
Rasmus
him.
Højlund and Josh, Inter Milan have been monitoring the Danish striker. We know he struggled for goals last season, and United looks like they are ready. It looks like United is ready to potentially open to cashing in on the player, Josh, and
Yeah.
that is
If
one
we
of the
do,
reasons that's why they're in for a striker.
if we do cash in, that would be very good to cash in on Rasmus Højlund. But I've started to believe that if we do sign a Brani Mbomo, even if we fail to get a striker, because I'm looking at it this way that Gyökeres and Osimhen might be just too expensive for Manchester United to afford. So we might
Yeah.
not get a striker this summer. We might go in the season with Brani Mbomo and Matthias Cunha behind Joshua Zagzi or Rasmus Højlund. And if that is the case, I do believe that maybe that new quartet of Amad Diallo, Matthias Cunha, Brani Mbomo, and Fernandez can give Rasmus Højlund ways to play football, and maybe he can score a
He
few
needs to
goals
go.
for us.
He needs
Yeah,
to go,
maybe
Josh.
yeah. He does need to go, but you need to look at the realities at the club. The realities at the club is we may not afford 85 million euros for either Gyökeres or Osimhen. I mean, with the business that has gone around in the Premier League at Liverpool, Man City, you actually want to get Osimhen to be put in the conversation of even contending for top 4. Because you are far off, you finished 15th, and the teams above you need to add only one or two players, but you need to strengthen wisely and to strengthen in the places that were lacking last season. And goals were a problem for us. I mean, you can't go in the season without, you can't go in another season without us addressing that problem. So getting a new striker would actually address that problem. But I just said, I mean, you might think that it will also work if you do have Rasmus Højlund playing in front of Brani Mbomo and Matias Cunha, with Amad Diallo as the right wing back and Bruno Fernandes in that midfield. Maybe it can work. I mean, how many chances can he fluff when he has proper goal scorers and technical players around him? Because actually, when you have those two good tens and a good midfielder like Bruno Fernandes, the striker that you want is a guy you want to play so far up the pitch, just in between the sticks. You know, just remain in the box, play in the box. Don't come to collect the ball. The only problem is maybe he has a heavy touch. So I mean, if balls are threaded into him, his touch will give him away. But I do think that United can manage. It would be a very good plus if Inter Milan comes and picks him up. We cash in and we get some more money from him. If we can get 40 million.
Yeah,
40,
that's
40,
a lot of money.
40 million euros.
It's a lot of money, Josh. We have to accept and take our losses in.
What do you think?
That's a lot.
What do you think?
Who's going to pay you 40 million euros for
No,
a striker who cannot even score
what is the asking?
8 goals in all competition? Okay, maybe now that's a bit harsh. 8 goals in the Premier League, Josh. Who's going to give you 40 million?
Let me ask. What is the asking price for Rasmus Højlund?
United, it's 40.
Exactly.
But who's going to give you? That's what I'm saying. No one, Josh, is going to give you that amount of money for a player.
No, but he's a striker. He's a striker full of. He's a striker full of potential, and
we don't want potential, Josh. We've seen what potential has done to us last season.
Yeah, but he's also a striker who scored 17 goals the season before last.
Was it 17 or 15 goals?
17.
In all competition. Well,
yeah.
Well, I mean, it could be one of those. I mean, bad seasons. Let's wait and see. But
yeah, and maybe Bukayo Saka scored 6 goals this season.
I just leave Bukayo.
He was out for 3 months. But you know, Rasmus Højlund almost misses 3 months every season since he came.
Well, more reasons for him to be sold. You know, more reason for him to be sold. Once again, guys, please do subscribe. Subscribe, turn on the notification. Let's see, Josh. Yeah, we're still into the transfers. Yes, there are conflicting reports, by the way, about Andre Onana, about his future at Man United as a first goalkeeper, with some suggesting he could leave, Josh, while others indicates he plans to stay. And he has reportedly, by the way, spoken with Mbeumo about joining Man United. Remember that they both come from the same team, so maybe he's likely to stay. Because I mean, if his colleague is coming and he's working as an agent, I'm just saying he's likely to stay. But yeah, Josh.
No. We don't want him staying. He should go.
Well, he's likely. I'm just saying. Anyway, Josh. In other news, Team Heaton today officially has extended a 1 year, or has been awarded a 1 year contract, and as a third choice goalkeeper for Manchester United, Josh. Maybe you missed out on Gerard Brathwaite, Josh, and looks like he's about to he's close to renewing a new deal with his current club.
Thank the Lord we missed out on him. Brathwaite. Bro, I mean, there was some overrated shit about Brathwaite.
Yeah, well, it looks like he was in. But anyway, Josh, once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications.
We were just about to get
Josh,
another
I wanted
Maguire.
us to go onto something else. Let me check it out. What was that? Who in Gerard Brathwaite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just about to get another.
Just let's look at United's search for the strikers. United need to get a striker. They are currently working on getting Mbuemo. They've already secured Matheus Cunha's signature. Now, who is the right man to fill that place as the striker? We have candidates like Victor Gyökeres, who is 50-50. We have Victor Osimhen. The chances are slim that he will join Man United. We have Ekitike. Chances are also slim. We have Jonathan David. Chances are very slim, the Canadian. We have very many players. At one point, Mateta was also into the conversation. Very, very many players. But of all those players that have started, who do you think? Oh, your pick top three. Who do you think 1, 2, 3, Josh, is likely to join Man United, and why would he be the
Likely.
best player? Yeah,
Likely, or who would I prefer at the moment? Because
you could give me both. You could give me both sides,
yeah, I think I would take
but prefer
Osimhen.
to take more time on likely.
Yeah, Victor Osimhen, Victor Gyökeres, and Ekitike. Those would be my top three.
Okay,
in
now
this window.
likely to join Man United.
And none of them is likely because of the price tag.
You know, Josh, I think.
I don't believe the media reports about Manchester United negotiating for any of those players.
Okay, then Josh, who do you see is going to be there to fill in the boats, Josh? Because we need to sign a striker. We don't need Mbuemo to deputize or to fill in.
I don't
We
think
don't
we
need
shall sign a
Matheus Cunha,
striker.
but we need a striker, man. We desperately need a striker. And to me, I
Yeah, we
think
do need one, but I
there are
don't think
rumors
we're
that
going to sign one.
there are rumors that Gyökeres is still a Manchester United target. He's back into the mix. I don't know,
He
but
has
I'm
never
just
left
saying.
the mix. He has never
I'm
left
just
the mix.
saying.
Wait,
But
Isaac.
Yep.
He has never left the mix. That rubbish you read.
At one point, I thought he did. Yeah.
Yes. That rubbish you read in the
point,
media, Ati Gyökeres has said he wants to go and play for Arsenal. That's absolute rubbish. There's no top player. There's no top player like that who can come out and declare that he wants to play for Arsenal before Arsenal declares that he's their guy. I mean, the rumor mill is talking about Benjamin Sesko being their player, being Arsenal's guy. Then Gyökeres, you come out and say that for me, I have decided I will go and play for Arsenal. I no longer want to play for Man United. That's Alex Crook jazz.
Man, come on, chill on Alex Crook. Chill on Alex Crook. You keep on pondering him, but come on, chill on Alex.
Yeah. But that's some weakest shit. That's some weakest shit. You cannot believe it though.
He's a United fan. He's just trained to deliver.
Yeah. And I appreciate him. I actually know him. I know him. Don't you see that it's a plus? Okay, I even text him to hear he's rubbish.
Sports, yes, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh, we're still going about Man United transfer news. Josh, from what I understand, Sekukon is likely to be loaned next season. I think we talked about that yesterday.
And, but I don't know why he's going that far in Switzerland.
Yeah. By the way, you know that's another club that is owned by Ineos. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's owned by Ineos. Yeah, Josh. There's also news of Ederson. I don't know the bid for Atlanta. Then there's also the keeper, also Marco, still also from Atlanta. Yeah. I don't know how true that is. I read about it yesterday. It came up for around a few hours, but it's been quiet the whole day when it comes to that. So I'm just looking forward to that. But overall, we're still struggling. We've only signed one player. I thought it would be really nice if United gets majority of the deals done before the preseason, the same way you see Liverpool killing it. They are signing players left, right, and center, and not just players, good players that you think are going to make a difference. Hopefully, they make a difference. So with the United, so far it's only one, Josh. Maybe we are waiting on Diego Leon also to officially join United 1st July. That is sometime next week.
I think we shall get Bryan Mbeumo before the preseason. Yeah, preseason kicks off on July 7th. The players return on July 7th. I think we shall get Bryan Mbeumo before then.
It's taking forever, and it's only today. Today is when today is the 27th. It's only
That
a few left, Josh. A few left.
yeah.
It's only a few days left. I'm seeing something. Brentford and United have full agreement on the best fee and are finalizing the add-ons. Medical and contract signing is planned for next week. Brentford is trying to squeeze a few millions, a few
Yeah.
extra millions. But
That's all.
Mbeumo will be a
That's all it
Manchester
is.
United player. Well, that is coming out now.
Who is
I don't know if
saying?
you've seen it. I don't know his name. I don't know his name, but it's cutters of United Forever. There's a guy called is it Sally Talks? He's also very good, Josh, when it comes to transfer speculations. I've just seen him this transfer window, but he's
Bro,
very good.
why do you give everyone props of very good
Then
when they're just
United,
regurgitating information?
then United District is also very good. They're saying United is pretty relaxed about Brentford rejecting their latest bid or second bid for Mbeumo, as they know the player is very much desperate to join them, and discussions are ongoing regarding a third offer. So I think, oh, second bid has been rejected. Yeah, Josh, the news coming in, Sky Sports, Josh, improved offer worth 62.5 million pounds.
Like,
That is
yeah,
was rejected. That is the 55 plus 7.5. And
yeah.
United are holding out to 70 in total. Talks are ongoing as United know the player wants to join. And United will be disciplined and looks like they are not willing to overpay for the player.
True. That's
So
exactly
let's
what
wait
I
and see how
believe is
things are.
going to. That's exactly what I believe is happening with that situation. And
Mm,
Brandon Bomo will eventually be a Manchester United player. It's just that we have to go this way because we don't have money. We have to go
mm,
this way. The transactions are a bit slow and stuff. You cannot ask
mm,
us to be like Liverpool or Man City. I mean, they do have a lot of money. They have money to throw around. They can make things happen for themselves really quickly, unlike us. So, I mean, you don't have to say that, hey, United has taken this long. It should have done that or the other because we are different. We are in a different phase. We are not going to be buying players really fast, but we shall get the players that we do need. The most important thing that has happened for us this season is at least you see that the players that have been brought in are players that have deliberately been thought through to help the system of the manager. When you buy the two tens, when you go into the market and you look at the system of the manager and the profile of players that he has bought, they're actually tens. They're players
mm.
who can carry the ball. They're players who can dribble. They're players who can get a goal. There are things that they can do that the players who were there before could not do in those positions. So for me, I think that would be a very, very huge improvement for Manchester United.
Well, Adieri says, hi, Isaac and Josh. How are you? Newcastle United should sign James Trafford, Anthony Elanga, Jao Pedro, Karim Adeyemi. Signed for $125 million deal for Newcastle. By the way, Karim Adeyemi at one point was a really top talent. Oh, looked out to be one who turned out to be top. I don't know what
I
happened to
know.
him. I don't know.
He still
He a bit.
is.
No, not very like how it was
Yeah,
before. Maybe the
he fell off a
expectations were
bit.
too high. He fell off. He
Mm.
stepped back a bit. Sinan, what up, brother? It's been a while, Sinan. It's been a while. We've not been
Actually,
seeing you. I hope you're safe. I hope you're
Bellingham,
okay. Mm.
Bellingham came and left him,
You see, and another Bellingham has joined. Who knows? He might also leave
and
him. That is
Gittens,
Job.
Gittens might leave him too.
He's likely. He's likely. Ekitike.
What about Giraise?
Who? I'm not so sure.
Giraise, the keeper, the striker for Dortmund. I don't know,
Uh,
Giraise.
I don't know. I don't know.
He
You think
scores
he
a
might
bit
also
of
leave
goals.
before him?
Yeah.
You think he might also leave Adeyemi there?
Yeah. But it's surprising that he has not had a lot of suitors or
Mm,
any in the window as
mm.
yet.
Well, Sinan says, I'm really sorry, yeah, that I'm sometimes not able to text, but I'm watching. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you,
Shout
Sinan,
outs, bro. Shout outs,
another
bro.
staunch Manchester
We're
United fan.
bringing
Please
in
do
Brandon
subscribe.
Mbumo. We're bringing in Brandon
We're
Mbumo.
bringing in Mbuemo. Mbuemo. How do you pronounce that name?
The guy calls it from the Premier League videos that I've watched. He pronounces his name Mbumo.
Who, him or the commentators or pundits and everything?
Him.
Himself.
Yeah, Brandon Mbumo. I know I've called him Mbuemo for like since I knew him.
Even me, I call him Mbuemo. That's how I see the name being pronounced.
Exactly. It's until recently that I've seen his name. And I mean, I've seen the video.
Sinan, Mbuemo and Gyökeres are at United for medical. Sinan, come on, man.
Yo.
Don't do that. You want to shake the tables. Don't shake the tables.
Major trouble.
Do not shake the tables. But if we're to get, Gyökeres is also in the mix after getting Mbuemo. Ooh, bro, that would be suicidal. I think I'm seeing news coming in, but it's still the same thing. United are pretty relaxed as they know the player. Mbuemo is desperate and keen to join Man United. Talks are ongoing regarding the third offer that won't exceed 70 or, I think everyone now knows that he wants to join. I like the fact that he stayed calm. He's not made a lot. He's not done. I worry for players. I'm worried about players who sometimes push.
He's an African player. He doesn't have the luxury of throwing a tantrum. I mean, his ceiling is not as huge as Didier Drogba or Samuel Eto'o Phillips. So, I mean, he cannot just throw a tantrum. I mean, he might end up playing in China.
If he does.
Yeah, I mean, Brentford can refuse to sell him, and the next thing you know, he's going to Saudi.
I think that would be huge, but I don't see him going anyway. No, sorry, I was reading something. It's false. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh and Isaac, Sports Jazz. And of course, we're going through Manchester United latest transfer news. It's not so good, but apart from Cunha, we've been linked to Mbuemo, we've been linked to vast majority of players. We've been linked to Gyökeres, we've been linked to everyone, but things are being hard. It's not easy. Sinan says big is big, Man United is big, and big is United. Well, you want to be like Josh, who keeps on throwing in Arsenal whenever someone talks about Man United, that Arsenal is a small team, and that's why they're struggling to win. That's why they're struggling to win trophies, as Thierry said. Because for a big team not to be even struggling to reach finals. See, Sinan has started his. Imagine players fighting to come to United, even though it's not in the chat. I know that is huge. By the way,
it just shows you the magnanimity. It shows you the magnanimity of the football club.
United is big. That is true. It shows you how big United is. But let's wait and see. Arsenal is also just signing defenders. I think recently, if I'm to rank, Liverpool has done very good transfers or very good business. City has also done very good business. Arsenal, I don't understand the obsession with the defenders and midfielders when it comes to Arteta. I think even if you're to check right now, that is all he's concentrating on, defenders and midfielders, instead of going in for the juggler. I mean, you need a striker. For 6 seasons.
He's going to get the striker, and his bus will just be the best bus ever.
Let's wait and see. That is called the United love. Please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Sinan, man, shout out to you once again. It's been a while. Glad to see you're back in the system. Josh, let's carry on. And so, Josh, assuming we sign everyone, you get Mbuemo, you get Gyökeres, you already have Cunha, the keeper who is less likely to be changed. You fix that too. You get 2 more CBs, you get 1 more wing back, and you have 2 midfielders.
That's not going to happen in one summer, Isaac. Don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself.
So
it's not going to never.
Okay, let's talk. Are you saying we are only going to get 3 players? Our priority is only
4.
4. The 4th one will be a midfielder.
4 or 5. No, the keeper. We need a keeper, bro.
Josh, I think we need a midfielder more than we need a keeper.
No, we need a keeper more than we need a midfielder.
To me, I think we need a midfield. We can't
No, we
gamble.
don't. We
We
have
can gamble with
Ugarte. We have
Onana.
Ugarte. We have
Onana,
Ugarte. First, listen.
Ugarte. Mm,
First, listen. We have Ugarte
okay.
and Fernandez
Mm,
and Kobe Maino. Okay,
mm.
those are players, and Toby Collier and Mason Mount and all these players are there.
Don't talk about Casemiro. Don't talk about Casemiro. He
And
doesn't have legs
Casemiro,
anymore. Mm-mm.
you know.
Casemiro, no. To me, I think we need another midfielder. A
Did you see
top
something?
midfielder.
Did you see something the manager used to do last season?
Josh,
Ugarte comes.
whatever Amorim was doing, Josh failed. Look at how we played. Look at how we
No,
finished.
first listen. First listen. You can see some patterns that were working.
That is
Whenever,
true. That is correct.
yeah, Ugarte would be playing in a game. Okay, then towards the when United is looking for a goal, when we actually want to chase when we are chasing the game, he would drop Fernandez in midfield and take off Ugarte for Casemiro. Then actually no, he would take off Ugarte for another 10, and Fernandez drops in midfield. Then Fernandez would play alongside Casemiro, and the ball moves forward quicker.
Bro, I don't know
than
why
it
you're talking
was
about
moving.
Casemiro, man. We need players, Josh. By the way, we're talking about players who are likely to. If we get suitors for Casemiro, he should be shipped out. I love him, but I think his time has passed. I'm not going to use the word steady Eddie as your friend Graham Sosens called him, but I think his time, that ship has sailed, and he's on very, very high wages. I don't know what Saudi teams are doing. I don't know whether they are not seeing the Brazilian Samba boy, five or four-time Champions League winner. I'm not so sure. I mean, they should come cash in.
That shit is not going to cut it. We cannot buy 11 players like you want.
No, Josh. But okay, I'm saying we are going to buy. We already.
8.
It looks like no, not 8. I think maximum we are going to buy 5.
Yes, maximum.
Yeah, but
and that's if we let go of the 4.
That is correct. If we sell something, because we need to get some sales done. But Josh, a midfielder is one of those.
I would buy a keeper before a midfielder.
We can bet, Josh. A midfielder is one of those 5. Yes or no?
Yeah, but I'm saying I would buy a keeper. If we do get 5 players,
but I don't think I don't think a keeper is of much. I don't think
it's the most important. We've lost the game. We were 15th due to individual errors last season. Yeah. People failing to score and Onana giving away goals. Bro. No.
I agree with you, Josh. But let's wait and see. I don't think, because I've seen Van der Sar speak about Onana. I've seen also Amorim last season before it ended talk about Onana. I think
he had to talk like that. It was this keeper who was going in the final.
We might get a keeper, but Onana is likely to stay. That's what I think, Josh.
Bayinda. Then Bayinda leaves, yes.
Yeah.
No, but we still need cash.
Of course, we need cash. That is true. We still need.
If we get a suitor for Nana, he leaves.
By very few. I understand. Monaco, was it Monaco or Lyon? Was it Monaco or Lyon?
Monaco.
Yeah, that was a bit interested that were turned off. Yeah, that were put off. Lyon is what?
He's in League 2 now. It was relegated.
They were relegated.
Yeah, for financial troubles.
Oh, okay.
They were in debt of over 500 million euros. But they have a chance to appeal the decision.
Oh, that is crazy, man. That is very crazy. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Isaac, Josh, always coming through with the latest Man United transfer news. Shout out to Sinan that has been in the comment section. Shout out to Adieri that was also earlier on in the comment section. Josh, I think, is it time to bow out?
Yeah. It's been good. Always a pleasure, bro.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Everyone that has been streaming, those that have been missing, catch you tomorrow at same time. Maybe probably earlier, Josh. Probably earlier, but let's wait and see. Please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Post Jazz, glory, Man United, and we are signing out.
Yeah,